Alright everyone, welcome to Street City Studio. I'm John, and in today's video I kind of wanted to keep playing with this background that we had going yesterday. I was having a lot of fun playing with that, and I think I got kind of far with it. I was going to take it down and do some Star Wars today with some backdrops and stuff, but when I went to take it down I thought, well, I was almost there. I liked where it was, and maybe I could squeeze a little better out of it. So I think that's what we're gonna do, right? That's what I'd like to do today. Is just see if I can't maximize this setup and get a good picture with some different figures, right? I was kind of gearing towards Star Wars when I woke up this morning. And I was hoping to do some Star Wars mostly this week, I guess. But, I'll get to it when I get to it. The figures are still there, and they ain't going nowhere right now, right? So I kind of started asking myself what figures I would like to see play in this environment, right? What could I do here that I haven't done enough of with this environment, right? What do I want to see from this environment? And a couple things came to mind, and I thought, well, this is a great opportunity to knock them all out, right? Two birds with one stone and such, right? I have this really cool concrete crater piece that I 3D printed and painted. I did not do this model. I got it off of Thingiverse. It was one of the first models when I was starting to learn how to use my printer. But this whole facade I did design myself. This one I did not design. That was off of Thingiverse, which is a great resource for people learning how to print and stuff. By the way, I don't talk enough about that. But I really wanted to use this piece. This is a good piece, and it doesn't get enough screen time, this crater. So, one of the problems with it, I have used it. Let me get me out of the way at least a little bit here. One of the problems with it is that you need a higher angle, or a different angle, right, to get a good look at it. Especially if it's the centerpiece of what you're trying to do, right? But I don't know that it necessarily needs to be the centerpiece exactly. But I did want to try and work it in here. And there's always some little tricks and stuff, right? Like I can put a figure stand under it just to kind of lift it up a little more. If that's not enough, I've got, right? You can double up on the figure stands even, if you don't want to go too thick, but I have other things. Right, here we go. If I wanted to go a little thicker, I got this little spaceship here. Right. And that'll give it a little lift. Anything, really. It just depends on how thick you're going, right? How thick do you want to go? I could probably even use a figure if I positioned it, right? Let's get that out of there. Right? If I position that Wolverine just right, boom, he's gone, right? So it doesn't matter so much. And if you change angles, you can see he's not even completely gone, right? But it doesn't matter so much as long as you get what you want out of it, right? That spaceship might be about the right kind of angle. Let's see. I don't know, something like that. We'll see. But again, we haven't even gotten to our subjects yet. I just wanted to talk about that because that's one of the things I was thinking, right? Another thing that doesn't get enough screen time, in my opinion, is my Hercules, or any Hercules. I was thinking about using the smaller Hercules, the Marvel Universe Hercules. And he's right here too, isn't he? Where'd he go? Oh, I reburied him under figures. Well, he was right here, I thought. That's okay. We won't waste no time looking for him. I decided against it anyways. Right? But I wanted to use this Hercules. And I thought, well, as soon as I thought about using that Hercules, I knew I wanted to use a World War Hulk. Right? Let's readjust here like that. Get me out of there because I'm in the way. I'm always in the way. You're always in the way, John. But I really haven't done enough with this World War Hulk. So as soon as I thought, who should Hercules fight? I mean, that was the top contender, and I don't think anybody else even made the list, really. I did think about... Oh, he's got a fuzzer on his shoulder here. I did think about maybe throwing in some extra characters like Thing or somebody just kind of standing, because I don't know that Hercules going to show up by himself, right? What other heavy hitters are going to show up with him? But, I'm knocking stuff down. But I thought it might be good to see, like, a good World War Hulk fight. And now, I think this axe is too loose. I want to use it, but it's so loose that it's hard to get any kind of pose out of it. So I think I'm just going to pull it out of here. Get rid of it for this sake of this, right? And now, what I'm thinking is, because I kind of don't want to show Hercules getting his butt whooped too bad, and I don't want to show Hulk getting his butt whooped kind of at all, I guess. Even though I think this is a great matchup and a great fight. I think Thing, unfortunately, Ben Grimm is going to take some lumps here. Right? He's going to be the one getting the lumps in this picture, I think, just because of, he's not the main subject, right? We might do some pictures later where he's whooping on somebody just so we feel a little better for him. Because I feel bad. I'm about to put Ben through it just for the sake of this picture, right? And so I'm trying to get his legs into a flailed up position, get him ready for this crater, right? He's gonna be stuck in this crater here, just like this, I think. And we'll have that as far over as I can expect to get out of this shot, right? And I can even extend it a little bit, right, with my other facades, but not much, right? Something like that. I can extend it a little bit. Kind of looks bad. That doesn't look great. Let's see there. Yeah, that's better. That's a little better, isn't it? Alright, so now that Ben is kind of in place, right? I think we'll have Hulk. He's buried back here. Get him out. Oh no! I thought it was pretty sturdy this time. I did too much finagling it. Just moving it around and bumping it. It happens, right? Let's see. Well, it definitely wasn't sturdy like I thought it was. Too many things floating around, wobbly and loose. I got the light up there wobbly. I got this thing's teetering. Oh well, let's keep it rolling, right? I think I'm gonna switch arms for his shield here, right? Because he's gonna be clobbering thing. I think I'm going to back up here so I don't hit the camera a lot. But I think I'm going to get, right, Hulk will be clobbering thing this way with his armored arm, right? Something like that. And then blocking Hercules. Yeah, that's coming together nice. If I can get them posed in there now. Right. Let's turn his arm as much as I can. I feel like I want his leg. There. Oh, his leg came off. I forgot. I don't play with him a whole lot. He just kind of stays on the shelf. But his leg does that. I know that from before. I just forgot. But if I can get... There we go. Turn his hand out a bit like it's engaging with Hulk. And then I can come back. Because ultimately I don't want to be way back there. But my arms are just going to be knocking this camera all over. Right? So I got to back up at least to get the posing in. And now Hercules will be on this side here, right? Like he's coming in. Something like this. Let me come back and eyeball it for a few minutes here. Alright? Kind of feel like I could be higher up. Or at a different angle. You know what? I think it's this. I'm not going to move my camera around to fix it. I think that's the wrong idea. I'm going to move it to see if I can't fix it. Oh no, they're all going to fall. They're all going to fall. Let me see. I'll pull them back out and try and keep these basic poses the same and see if I can't reposition this in a way that's more conducive to my needs. There we go. Let's try that. See, I like that better, right? There's not so much of a huge gap, right? And maybe I can just get Hulk in here in a slightly different position from before so that it doesn't just go right back to that. And now Hercules coming back in the same spot, more or less. Yeah, I like that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I think if I can play with this angle a little bit, I can get some more out of it. Get it right where I want it. I almost feel like I could play with this light too. The light that's off to the side over there. I'm going to pull it back. Because if you see, it's real bright on Hercules here. But then on Hulk and thing, it's kind of dark. Because it's over here by Hercules. And so I'm going to pull it back and forward so that it kind of lights all of them more evenly. And not so strong. And I already turned it down like yesterday's video. I had already turned it down. So I just learned my lesson from yesterday's video. It's not at full brightness. And you can see, oh, that's color, tone. And you can see there's the brightness up. Turn it down here. There we go. Nice and even. And I still got right? That little bit of gap. But if you can imagine, right, I'll crop that out, right? And you'll just get a nice broken concrete corner there. I like that. That's cool. I'm just going to play with the angle here on my camera stand. And I've been hesitating, so because I don't like doing that on camera, but we'll get a second or two here and do it. There we go. That's not bad. Right, that's a little higher. Yeah. And like I said, if you just imagine, I'm going to crop that all off so you don't see all the seams, right? Now, the lower I am, I think the more concrete I'm going to have to work with. So I don't want to just jump up way too high, right? Because then, if you can, right? Imagine I'm cutting off all this, and then you don't even see the concrete, right? So you kind of want to be able to cut it off just flat on the bottom and still get the tops of it enough. That's really cool though. You can zoom in like this, right? But then you're starting to lose some Hercules and his weapon, or thing in his arm. But somewhere right in there, and again, I don't love some of these seams, but I was trying not to wrestle it around too much and knock it over again. Let's see if I can't. Because that's another problem. The lower I go, the more you're going to see that light and the black around it, and some of these hot spots coming off of it. And there's like this fine balance of trying to get everything framed up. Right. Somewhere in there. I think that's just my biggest problem right now, is finding where's my perfect positioning gonna be for everything. But that's essentially what I'm looking for. I'm wondering too, maybe a thing I can do, because part of the problem is getting them all contained within that environment, right? Something I can do is pull this all forward. Just a little bit. Oh, I lost my... Oh, I'm going to have to reset them. I'll reset them. Pull them forward just a little bit. But the idea was I'm going to keep the camera further back like it is and zoom in. But I'll have to lift up what it looks like again. That's pretty cool. One thing I don't love, now that I'm looking at it, right? I can crop that off down here, but you'll still get this kind of ledge there. And I don't know, in my head I kind of thought between the rock and their feet, maybe I could block it. And maybe I still can, but yeah, I think the biggest problem with this one's going to be hiding the seams, but I like that pose a lot. It's definitely trying to get some good use out of this crater. But not just that, World War Hulk here deserves a good fight once in a while, I think. Right? There we go, let's pull it back right there. And maybe even a little further. I don't have a lot further on this table though. Right. Then I gotta play with that angle again. Somewhere right there. That's pretty good. I just gotta get it. I'm all shaky and it's not focused right, but I think that's about the best we're gonna get. Maybe play with his feet a little bit so I can get a better stance off of his feet. Right there is pretty cool. That's a good angle. Well, I think I might keep looking for some angles, but other than that, I might I really feel like this is detracting. And I thought it was working good, but these are bigger figures too, right? If it's down here where you can't see it, but as soon as you see it, right, that's too bright. I kind of like that, but anywhere those seams are visible, it definitely is catching my eye. I'm not oblivious to them. Right, but somewhere right around there is what I was looking for, really. Let me zoom out just a tad. I almost feel like I could turn his head the other way, too. There we go. Look like he's catching that fist a little more. Right? So the other way was the right way to go on that. But I almost feel like I'm getting some funny shadows too. That looks a little better. I don't know. Maybe I'll turn that light off and see what it looks like for this one, right? Because I had, what was it, Deadpool, for Deadpool here, I had him way back there, right? He was way back there, right under the light, kind of. They're not so much under the light. Let me turn it off and see. Let me turn it off and see. Right? Can't hurt to find out. How does that look? Is that better? I don't know if it's better. They definitely have a little more pop to them. There's some stronger shadows and darkness back there. That kind of works towards the grimy alley feeling, I guess. I might have to look at them side by side. I think I liked it better with the light on. Looked fuller, less flat. Let's see. Plug it right back in here. Yeah, it really does something. I like those shadows, and maybe I just turn the shadows up in editing. Right, use this as the base, and then darken it up. Ooh, there's a good spot for the light. No, I lost it. That's alright. But, we're just playing around anyways, right? I appreciate you. Oh, you can't even see. Let me fix that. There we go. As always, I appreciate you guys coming by and hanging out with me. If you want to follow me on Facebook, you can check me out on Facebook at John Wayna, Wayna. Just remember to follow me and not my dad. He's also John Wayna. Just look for the toy guy, John Wayna, I guess. But he's not really into toys, so don't be bothering him with a bunch of toy stuff or nothing. I appreciate it. What else? Oh, my Instagram. If you want to check out my photography on Instagram, that's Street City Toys. Not Street City Studio like the channel here on YouTube, but Instagram is Street City Toys. But otherwise, I appreciate y'all. Keep playing with them toys. I'll talk to you again real soon.